Alright boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. I'm welcoming myself also. As you can tell, it's been a few weeks. Alright, I'm not doing weekly uploads clearly. Today, we're actually doing some bits on this. Whoa, what are those? So as I was saying in the last video, I have been moving house, which is quite long, and I don't recommend it actually. Ooh, pre-facelift M Sport saloon there, that was nice. Yeah, moving house is not a fun process at all. It's quite long. This morning I also discovered that the internet we have at the new place is complete trash, so I'm not really sure how uploading this video is going to go. Hopefully I don't miss another week because of bad internet. However, what I wanted to say, apart from what I'm about to do with these wheels, in this video you should be seeing the 325i revival. As I mentioned in the last video as well, I have found a mechanic, someone who has fat experience working on BMWs and is actually good at what they do. So as well as the 325i being fixed, this means that this thing is also getting fixed soon. So here we have the daily, okay? Now, if we look, these are some fresh, okay, Continental tires. But if we were to look under here, we see how they're basically track slicks, okay? So that needs to be sorted out. So this is where Marketplace comes in. So this is the wheels off the car. I wanted to just show again. This was my rears. This is how much tread I had. Yep, both of them wasted Continentals. The car came with these wheels. Some fuckeries happened here. I'm not sure how this came about. This was my fronts. Michelin's. You see the perishing. I'm pretty sure one of them had like a bubble in the sidewall as well. These have like okay tread compared to the rears, but because they're so old, wasted, I'm pretty sure these are probably the stock tires that came with the car back in 2001. No grip at all. The car would understeer forever. Like 90% of your weight transfer was understeer. Just stupid. I'll show you right now what it looks like with the new wheels. Jeez, look at that. It's looking kind of fresh though, as if these wheels are made for it. Check it out. Damn. Little Y-Reg E46 316 on some M Sport E46 wheels. Why not? On to the topic of this thing. So at the moment this thing sits like this, which has been pretty much the same for about a year now. There's no skirts on it at the moment. This is because Bevan had some E46 M3 skirts on his car and he really liked the idea of running E36 M3 skirts on an E46, so we swapped. Unfortunately his skirt flew away and he lost it, so this is why it doesn't have skirts right now. In here there's one more of these wheels, which is actually Vassel's. Some Born to Drift packaging. And in here you see a rear strut brace from Born to Drift and some E46 front strut tower reinforcement plates. Excuse the wind, it is kind of windy today. Can't really do anything about that. I just hope you can hear me. The rear strut brace for this car is because, as I've gone over it a million times before in video, the rear strut towers here and here are destroyed, shall I say. And the fronts are not destroyed yet, but they're on their way out. So while reinforcing the rears, may as well do the fronts also. You would also know that the trailing arm situation on this car is entirely wasted. I have ordered some brand new trailing arm pockets. I didn't buy them directly from BMW because I don't think they supply that anymore. It's a Polish company and they're like CNC'd by the looks of it, and they were very cheap. They're the same trailing arm pockets that Vassal used to fix on his car, so they're well recommended by a really good friend. The Silver Coupe should, in the very near future, be structurally sound for some more abuse. Obviously with the new wheels, because wheels are so important, I had to stop off at the Asda, give it a nice wash, because I don't think I washed the car in like 2-3 weeks. Been to a few road trips, moved house with it. I thought it deserved a little loving, so now it's nice and clean. Obviously it's an Asda car wash, so it's not going to be the best job of cleaning, and maybe a bit of scratching will be happening as well, but you know, this is just minor details that I don't really care about. Now let's make our way to the 325i. Boys and girls, I'm driving the 325i right now. Believe that, all right? It's been probably exactly a year since the last time I genuinely drove this car. This thing seems to be handling a nice cruise through town pretty well. Yeah, but it feels like it's the morning. Oh, look at this thing. Look at this guy. Hello. So, do you want to explain what happened?
They can see.
Oh, there is a clip. Yeah, you're right.
So I had them right over it. So.
Okay, wait. Just a disclaimer. The car in the clip you're about to see is not this car. It's not that car. It's different. That was a very nice noise.
On a private close course.
Yeah, that's
France.
it. In our own racetrack
Yeah.
that we can afford.
Nice wet sliding day, yeah? Enter too fast, yeah? So you brake. Catch it. Beautiful. Swinging right. Coming left. But then they went under a tunnel, innit?
Yeah.
So it was dry, yeah? So I'm mashing the clutch to keep it sideways through the dry part because I didn't have enough speed from the wet part. Then I get to the other side of the tunnel where it's wet again and I'm still mashing the clutch and it went like this in an instant and then I was just waiting for the curve.
So the results of this said affair is, you can't see on camera at all, but this is the trailing arm he took off his car and this is the new one we got yesterday. We're gonna like show, the tape measure is flat on the edge of the hub here. And if you look from the edge of this to the space from here to here is like quite far, you know, that's a good couple inches. If we do that to the same thing to this arm here, from the middle, you can see how the space from the edge of this to the edge of that is so much shorter. Which would ultimately lead you to understand that the trailing arm he took off the car is bent. Bevan is such a good driver and crasher that he actually can bend. E46 trailing arm.
You wouldn't think you could actually bend that.
I didn't believe it until we literally did this measurement just now. Oh yeah, this is what's left of his shaft as well. Oh yeah, you need to refurbish this whole trailing arm, innit?
Yeah, because I already refurbished that one.
Yeah.
That's solid.
And now it's bent.
And now it's bent.
Fuck.
Why don't you just bend it back in the press?
Bruh. Bevan did also finally get some new wheels. The car is sitting weird, but these are some E90 wheels. Love making videos on public roads. Super like quiet and peaceful and never have to deal with any noise. Anyway, these are some E90 wheels that fit the car nice and they're 17s. So this whole situation just works a little better now. He does have a front lip to put on and he is in the search of some side skirts. Nice daily, yeah? So basically Bevan had some issue with the trailing arm he got. I think we're literally now at the place where the other trailing arm is. I think it's down the road, but anyway, my shit is fucked and overheats like every 2 minutes. I think there's a leak somewhere in my cooling system or something's not holding up the pressure. Think it's this pipe, like, because where you see the hose, it goes underneath and connects to this plastic thing that the bleed screw goes into. I think literally in here between the hose and the actual bit where it connects, there's a hole of some sort. So it just like doesn't hold the pressure. I need to look into that exactly and see what's wrong and fix it, because this is my daily and I can't be bothered to like stop every 2 minutes and have to fill up with coolant because it's pissing it all out. Look at this guy with his new hole. How many you got? All of them, yeah? With a brake disc. Whoa.
Free brake disc.
Jeez. Wait, what was he saying?
Out for M3 ones.
And these are 330?
Yeah. I said this shaft is the same though, so I can convert to M3 by just using diff, drive shaft, and subframe.
Yeah, but it's too much more effort.
But if it stops snapping shafts, I'm working for it.
I think your alignment is what snaps your shafts, babes. Either way, let's carry these back. After your car overheats for about 100 times, yeah, your cap, if you look here, will start deteriorating and breaking. There's a lip which goes on top of this fucking O-ring. Now this lip is entirely missing and the O-ring was left inside the rad. What's the point of that? I have to get a new rad cap anyway, don't I? If I'm doing any job.
No, that'll be alright. So what are you doing here?
I'm giving it some tap water because that's all it deserves.
There's anything left in there by now anyway.
Yeah, oh yeah, $1,000,000%. As long as it doesn't break down on the way back.
Should we teach people how to fill up their coolant?
Oh yeah.
Wait for the water to come out of it.
Yeah, that's basically the
That's
stomp.
it.
If you fill up the ride all the way to the top, it's wrong. You need to fill up to where, yeah,
To that.
this. When it starts pouring out the bleed screw, that's how you know. And you see, there's a couple bubbles coming out. If you get your screwdriver, you can tap the whole system to get more air out. I'm gonna take this apart and see if there's anything wrong with this piece.
Yeah,
And then
that's
get
a
a
good
new
idea.
piece.
Mechanical cruise control, don't worry about it.
This comes off as an entire unit, you could just delete it.
Why would you do that?
No, I would never.
Can I just install that onto my car?
This is the point. You can.
No, maybe the module is all in here and this is literally just buttons. That would be
think so,
stonks.
man.
Then you can just install it on any car in the world.
Yes, boss. At the end, when you're done filling up your water, you want to make sure you've got all the O-rings. You want to put your radiator cap on first.
Is it? I didn't even know that.
Before
Why?
the bleed screw, because this is where the pressure gets created. The bleed screw lets pressure out.
Oh yeah.
So this is the circle of events. Make sure you don't snap this, because plastic ones like to break.
Stocking up, boys.
This is what happened.
Yeah, this snapped instead of the bearing coming out. I stuck it in the press and I pushed down and snapped the trailing arm instead of this coming out like it's supposed to.
Imagine that's actually a thing.
Well, it is, it just happened.
Imagine he snapped in your car.
I took it off and I was like, this is not going easily. And I was like, well, there's nothing else I can do.
Yeah, you have to
just
yank
pushed,
it.
And then it just snapped and I was like, okay, good.
Good. All right, well, I have to actually go to work, which is kind of long, but he's gonna continue doing it and he said he's gonna film. So this is, yeah, he's on the spot now. He has to make a good video.
Okay, he's in the basement, my basement. First things first, this is hot because I just cut it with this slice, which is an angle grinder. This is what I got. This fits over the bush, yeah? This is the same size as the bush. So if I put one on one side, and I put this on the other side, and I push on both sides, this will be pushed through into the cavity inside of you, like so. Just gonna get me this out and the new one's in. I've undone the bolts on this thing, but with this on it doesn't come off, so you have to the easiest place to cut it is here. You cut it and pull it off. You need this if you're running a handbrake. You can't get rid of it because the things that hold the handbrake shoes, where are they? They's here somewhere. Okay, this is the handbrake shoe. This holds it down with a spring on it. Yeah, it goes into this. So if this rots, you have to change it. To change it, you have to change the wheel bearing. To change the wheel bearing, you have to snap your trailing arm. So don't fuck with this, okay? Anyway, I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to drill this out. I'm going to change these. And we're going to put this on. And then we'll be good. Of course, you don't know, but I know me. I need a Coke. Now you know. Jeez. Lol. Anyway. Much easier to work on now. Now I get this out. This is the situation right now. The shock lets the pressure that's built up actually do its job. It really makes a difference. I can probably pull this by hand. Yeah. See, all the pressure that was in there has been gone because it's hitting it has allowed it to like through there. Well, this is popped through now, so I've just got to get this one out. And then I'll show you how to get this one out. One thing if you are restoring one of these yourself, like I am right now, this is a pillow ball, yeah, it goes in the top one. On the M3 they put this in the top and bottom. Obviously the bottom one is rubber, so it has play. If you want to upgrade it, just put one of these in the top and the bottom, in both of these. This and this. I already have a new rubber one, so I'm going to use it anyway. I'm not really bothered, but I'm not paying the part number. You can find it. Fuck you. So now I have both of these bushes out. I've just got to get this one out. Drilling in here. And then maybe I'll use the same technique, but I think I'll smash this with a hammer and just fuck it up till it comes out. People like to burn these, but from my experience, you need at least oxyacetylene. Okay? That's a proper gas burner with a massive gas barrel with like 2 lines to it. Oxygen and acetylene, whatever the fuck it is. A normal blowtorch will not be hot enough to melt this. You'll be sitting here for fucking hours trying to melt this away. Just use a fucking drill bit, drill it to a million pieces and then smash it through with a hammer. I drilled this out where the thing is. This, yeah. Boom. This is gone. Now there's a hole to smash this into. The rubber is, you would think it would be squishy so you could do this at the start, but it's not squishy enough. It pushes back, so you have to take the middle bit out first. Now, you have this actual hole. I'm going to try and split this and bring one side in like this. And then it will be smaller, yeah? And then it will just fall through. You see this split? This is factory. Same on the other side. You see it? Here. There's almost always one of these, yeah? You want to aim for this split because it's weak. It's easy once you get it in. Just smash in on the thing. You'll get used to it after a while. You keep whacking away. Okay, so I finally got through it. Oh, See, it came out on the 2 sides where the splits are. I was mullering down on this till it got weak enough where it just broke and fell out. Ready for polybush? Ready to go back in car? That simple, mate. This is the bent arm. I've stolen both these bushes out, which I replaced like 6 months ago, so I'm reusing them. This is now trash, except for the wheel bearing, which I will save.
So, I'm at work right now, yeah, while Bevan is doing his trailing arm. I hope that he's getting some good clips. My shit actually just overheated again while I was stuck in traffic, and I can't be bothered for that. And I'm pretty sure I figured out the problem. So I'm gonna take it apart now. I think that the problem is this pipe where it connects to this on the underside. It's just like leaking water. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see in the video at all. Right there. See the fucking droplet underneath where the hose clamp is? Yeah, it's just dripping now. You can see it. I believe that that's the source of my problems. I'm gonna take this area apart, make some more space for myself, and see if I can't just slip that pipe further on and tighten the hose clamp. All right, okay, so I've been here before, taking apart the air box, but this time it's for this, which is the top rad hose. And I think my problem is right here, where this plastic bit connects to the actual hose with this like weird metal clip that's not even a hose clamp, so I'm not sure. So now I have to figure out a way how to remove that ring clamp thing and slip the hose on properly and put a hose clamp on it, because what is that, BMW? The best thing about Pizza Hut is that it's right next to Machine Mart. So, hose clamp acquired. The best thing as well, Machine Mart actually sells singular hose clamps. How lit is that? I literally paid like 50p for this. Perfect. Now I'm gonna go install it. I did have a look at the pipe itself. The hose is good, but the plastic piping bit is actually on its way out and dying. So I have to order a new hose, which is a bit long. However, I think that I can patch it for the time being while the new hose comes in. And it is the top rad hose, which means I don't have to like bleed the whole shit. I don't have to change the rad. I don't have to do any longness. So that's all right. So after walking for about 2 minutes, we're back at this thing. I wanted to show you guys, this is the piece that's actually broken. And this is the piece that goes here like that. And the bleed screw screws into the top here. This is where the issue is. If you actually look in there, see where the cracks are inside the pipe. Obviously I can't point at it, but you can see. If you look at the last groove for the hose to slip onto, it's kind of like wearing through and eating away. The hot water is kind of dissolving the plastic. I think that the reason for that is maybe the fact that I run tap water, which is not deionized and creates limescale, which I think is what's eating away at this plastic. So essentially, it's my fault for being a bad owner that this is going bad, but also BMW's fault for making plastic that is dissolved by limescale in their cooling system. Why? Either way, I've got the hose clamp now, so I'm just gonna put everything back together and hope that this car drives and doesn't overheat every 2 minutes until the new hose stuff comes in. And then maybe I'll start running actual deionized water in it so it doesn't fuck up the plastics in the cooling system. All right, so I've done a couple deliveries. I've let the car idle a little bit. It's up to temperature. Let's have a little looky look in the engine bay. I don't hear any hissing or any longness. There is water coming out though from somewhere. Either way, it's not as intense as it was before, so I feel like this might last a little bit. That hose clamp readjustment of the hose has helped quite a lot, so I think that this should be good until the new hose comes in. Fuck, it's looking so fresh. Bevan came to Pizza Hut to say hello after he's fixed it now. This side is where it was fucked. Do we have clips of what it was like before?
I have an image.
Yeah.
Right after the incident.
I'll probably bang that in there. It's fixed now. Look, it's Domenico.
Fucking Dominique.
Everyone gets an appearance. So this is sitting nicely, and obviously with the cut spring, you didn't really film it. How much did you cut off the stock spring?
2 coils.
2 coils, there
Straight
you go.
there, I didn't even try.
Boom.
I couldn't do.
See, it's okay. This is how it sits in the back. This is a correct ride height. In case anyone was wondering, the correct rear ride height for your BMW, that's it. And you said the car drives better now than before, or just different? Different.
Probably better, I gotta get used to it.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of driving, like when you drove before, you get the roll and you have to just go with the roll.
Yeah.
But now you have no roll, so you're on and off roll. It's like that is doing exactly what you're doing.
I'm very happy that Bevan's car is back online and alive and not crooked and crab driving. All right, so different day. After yesterday's successes, I feel like I want to keep the vibe going for this week. Again, excuse all the random background noise. The mission today is, if you lot remember in one of the previous videos, I changed the front bumper on this because it was broken. Now, if you look, this bumper actually comes with fog light deletes because it's from a car that never came with fogs. But this car has fog lights. Wow, legit. Central locking, 1991. If we look in the back here, I do have fog lights ready for it. And in my lockup, I have the fog light brackets to go on the bumper to hold the lights. And the car already comes with the fog light wiring because it's a fog light car to start with. So what I'm gonna do now is take this bumper back off the car and bring it with me to my lockup where the brackets are, install the bracket and bring it back to the car. The bumper is now off. This is how the car sits. It actually looks kind of mean, but like I was saying, this is the fog light The fog light wiring has it on both sides, ready for some actual fog lights. All right, so we've made it back to my lockup where I have done some tidying. These wheels are the ones that just came off this car. They should be going away on the weekend. Someone said they're gonna come and buy them, so that's all right. These can go away. I've got my weds there, which are still for sale. So if anyone wants those, definitely hit my line. 1011 stagger, positive offset, wide, like 3+ inch lips, JDM, all that. If you look here, I actually have one of the fog light brackets that needs to go on this bumper, but the other one is on the bumper right in the back there. So I'm gonna need to get back there. Okay, I made it to the other side. Rear windshield of the black coupe still smashed. Wow, surprise, surprise. It's almost like I haven't done anything about it. Anyways, we're here with the bumpers. These are some, we don't talk about that. Amazingly enough, the fog light bracket isn't down there, but it's up here. And it seems to be mounted by just 4 Phillips head screws. So I think I'm just gonna grab a Phillips head screwdriver from my car and undo it without taking the bumper out. Okay, so I got this bracket out and I've got this one here. Now I'm gonna remove the fog light delete panels, keep those because I love me some fog light deletes, and try to install these in the most legit way possible. I may use zip ties. Either way, it's gonna work. Fog light brackets installed with zip ties. They're on properly for sure. A little wobbly, but they will hold the fog light. This one is pretty sturdy because I didn't break the plastic tab here, whereas on this side I did, so I had to run a zip tie for it, which is okay. There will be no problems with that. So let's get back to the car, put the fog lights in, and see what the final product looks like. So we're back at this. We've got the fog lights, which I got for it maybe a year ago now. They're both original, seems by the looks of it, made in Austria. We should be able to just slip them in. Both the fogs are clipped in. They are secured. There's no problem with the one with the zip tie. It just fits a little weird, but I don't care about that. This is how the car sits with the fog lights. So this is pretty much it with this. Fog lights in there. The car is back to its original standard spec. I'm gonna put the number plate back on, obviously. A few other little bits like cover for this wind mirror and put all the trims back on. This is probably stuff I'm gonna do all off camera because it's kind of fiddly. I'm inside the 325i. It's working, running and driving. It does idle a bit weird. What I would love to do, see if this window works. Flawless, okay? Realistically, what I would like to do with this car is daily it. I'm not sure how plausible that is, so I may just sell it on. It is in good condition, good working condition now. It is obviously a project, so it would be good for someone to take on and continue the project and make it into something beautiful, because it does have the potential for that 100%. Other than that, I have ordered a hose, top radiator hose for the daily. So I'm gonna be installing that probably around the time you watching this video.
It's all over it.
Jeez, that's not even that much, bro.
Sweaty power.
Listen, we popped the hose, but it came in today. So, perfect timing. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, exactly what I thought. Look at this. It just broke right off. What was I saying? Why did I order the hose? Exactly. Now I'm just gonna put it on and my life is done.
Put ice cream on it, call it now.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, yeah, it's like 6:30, 7 o'clock right now. This is one of the busiest roads in Brighton. We're just top pro mechanics. It's all right. This is what's happened, basically. The whole thing, I put a hose clamp on it, like I said, but the actual neck of the plastic pipe broke in there. So this is why we have to change it now. The new eBay one is calm. We're gonna put it on and we're good to go. So this is the next day. We've got the new hose, new plastic. Everything's on there as it should. It's blessed. I'm in town with some friends. The car drives nice. Did some deliveries last night, no problem. So this is the real end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.